Hey, what's up guys? Today we're talking about the Pulsar Supergrips and my experience with them over the last few weeks. So let's jump right in. Initially, I was super excited when I first installed these Supergrips, but unfortunately that excitement slowly has died out. And the reason for that is inconsistency. When I first got these Supergrips, I was completely blown away with how sticky the grips actually are. And one way I was trying to show that over video was with a normal rubberized grip, and these are lizard skins, is that when I put a little bit of pressure, my finger still slides across the grip and it doesn't actually grab the mouse. With the Pulsar Super Grips, when I first installed it, if I put a little bit of pressure on the mouse and I would slide it down, see, it's still better. It kind of sticks to my finger, right? But the thing is, it is not nearly as sticky as it was on day one installation. So being that the top of the mouse here is something that gets a lot of contact, so it's definitely more worn down, I can actually slide my finger with a little bit of pressure. See, it's still kind of sticking, which is better and an improvement from these rubberized grips. But the sliding I'm doing here just could not happen on day one. And that's the main issue that I have, is the inconsistency. Over the last week, it has worn down and lost its stickiness. And this is something I didn't consider at all when getting any kind of grip tape, to be honest, was the consistency itself. With normal rubberized grip, it is something that wears down. And as an example, this is the original grip tape from the Viper V2 Pro. And these are lizard skins originally designed for hockey sticks. These have worn down, I would say around 50% or so, and it's much smoother than when they were first installed. But the rate at which they wore down, because they were just straight rubberized grip, was much slower and also much more consistent. With the Pulsar Super Grip, because they had that some kind of magic that made it so sticky at the start, it was a very different experience on day one with the grips, where I couldn't even move my finger to press the side button if it wasn't in the perfect spot to begin with. After weeks of usage, that has definitely changed, where now on many of the more worn out spots, I can slide my finger like you see here, which just wasn't possible on day one. And the more I use the grips, the less sticky it's getting, and the more it's starting to feel like a more traditional rubberized grip. And that's not necessarily to say that's a bad thing, because I think the experience of normal rubberized grip works just fine. But the problem is the inconsistency of it. It started so sticky that it was just locked in, which could potentially be a bad thing if you're shifting your grip at all. But then now it's changing to something more like a rubberized grip. And because I can feel it fading away, and I can feel the difference on the more worn out spots compared to the less worn out spots, like this spot's right here, like that's really sticky. Like I can actually feel how sticky that is. That inconsistency is the problem, and that is the reason why I honestly, unfortunately, cannot recommend this product. There's other options out there that are around the same price, or if you want to go with something like lizard skins, this is $10 to $15 and you get a very big roll that could last you for many years. I do want to say I am very impressed with Pulsar for taking the time and effort to try to do something innovative and try to do something different. And I think they are on something, because it did feel like magic with how sticky it was when I first got it, and I really wish it stayed that sticky, but I just honestly don't know how that's going to be possible. But Pulsar, if you're listening, don't give up on this. If there's a version 2 of this and you guys try again and it's improved in terms of consistency, whether it be the same amount of stickiness and it stays sticky, or even if it's less sticky but it stays that same amount of stickiness over the coming months, I will try this product again, because there is potential in this. It's just that lack of consistency is not something I can recommend in the current state. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Pulsar Super Grip tape. I really wanted to like it, and I do think there's a lot of potential here, but I think it's just not quite there yet. But it is something I'm going to keep my close eye on if they ever do come out with a version 2, and if they can find a way to improve the consistency. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Take care.